In our last episode, our crew woke up in Cirrus after getting a rundown from Bromness and the social elite. Planning on returning to New Haven to wrap things up with King Dupont, they decided to check in on Toad after hearing about Top Knot's disappearance. After inspecting the scene and cheering the big lug up with some mud wrestling, they departed the floating city and teleported to the Hanami Forest in order to fast travel back to the mainland. However, realizing that the traveling guards from New Haven, Captain Mikkelsen and Private Parts were in the berry patch, they first checked in on the outpost to make sure everyone was safe before confronting the two. After a quick reunion, they all hopped back onto the trail, agreeing to travel back to New Haven as a group after finishing their missions. Sensing something was up with the jumpy Mikkelsen, Penelope was able to get the gruff guard to spill the beans with a sample of Ironhammer's wine, enhanced with a few drops of truth potion. Telling the Ass Squad that he feels like a pawn in a never-ending game, Mikkelsen eventually revealed that they had done more than survey the Elite area, leaving our beloved Perry in an unknown state, covered in a wintry blanket after refusing to answer the guards' questions. With a tinge of spite now running through their veins, our ranger and alchemist now find themselves entering through the portal back to Brahms' hut, while our cleric and druid come upon the guards' sailboat on the southern coast of the Hanami Forest. Welcome back to Retrograde, a D&D campaign by Fudge Troll. I'm Derek Day, and with me is Rick and Morty's #1 fan, Andrew Akers.
Fuck off.
Ty Sheets.
That's my line.
Hey. No, I'm all gonna say fuck off, and then Ian was gonna be lost.
Fuck off.
Jesse Wagner.
Fuck off.
And Ian Jones.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
You guys, if you want to already be setting off to your next trek, that's fine. If not, you can discuss anything and then hop into the portal.
As I go through the portal, I'm putting the dead astral head with the rest of my gear. Take back with me to New Haven.
Penelope and Stenwick, you both step through the lush green and blue portal and come out immediately to the bridge and quiet stream next to the mountain dwarf's wooden home. To your left, you can see the two guards waiting, and to your right, you can see the two horses still tied up.
Going through those portals still freak me out sometimes.
Yeah, it kind of makes me sick. Maybe it's just too many times in one day too. We did just travel.
Could be.
I'm gonna start, instead of following toward where the guards are, I'm gonna go across the bridge toward where the horses are tied up. Oh man, these things require a little bit of loving.
Yeah, I wonder who's been tending them. Because Bromness is going away, so or he's been bringing them food, taking care of them, all that.
As we walk up, I'm gonna look to see if anyone's actually fed them or if they've just been nibbling on grass and wasting away this whole time.
Yeah, as you start to inspect them, you can see they have dropped quite a few pounds with the grass in their vicinity eaten up and decayed.
Oh, jeez. I'm going to pull out some fruits from my bag and feed them whatever I can. I am so sorry we left you.
Yeah, I want to, if there's a brush or anything around or a shovel, just to kind of, like a brush to brush them, or just grab a shovel to just kind of scooping some of the stuff away.
Yeah, cleaning up tank and apples. They will immediately show forgiveness. They'll start to neigh and vocalize a little bit as they are fed and brushed. And you are free to take them whenever you'd like, if you'd like to.
Is the cart still here?
Yep.
Along with Penelope, I'm going to set up the cart behind them. And that tree that was here before, that was planted, is that still there? Still growing? Still bearing fruit?
No, Felix would have that on his person now.
Oh,
at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot about that. Yeah, so I'm just getting the cart, going to the guards, Figure we could save your feet for a little bit. You guys have been traveling for quite a while now. It's a little bit easier.
Parts will say, oh, yes, thank you, Senwick. Mikkelsen, do you want to hop up? Mikkelsen will just give a grumble and slowly make his way into the cart.
And Penelope and I are just going to head out to New Haven then.
So what would you guys like to do?
Absolutely. We might as well go find this boat and recruit this man that we've never met to meet us in an undisclosed location where presumably there's no timeline or civilization there.
Okay, yeah, let's find a boat.
There is one still that the guards took over, right? That's at the shores. That's what they told us last time.
Yep, yeah, if you guys take the trail all the way to the southern coast,
Okay.
you can see a small dinghy docked on the beach.
A dinghy.
A dinghy.
Jesus.
Is it like clearly off of like a boat, like a landing boat from a bigger ship, or?
It could have been. It's just a small two-seater.
But this is the boat that this is the only boat that we can see. This is definitely the boat that they took from
Yes.
the mainland to this island.
Yes, I mean you can see different pieces of shipwrecked wood and stuff, but this is the only complete boat.
But there's no one. Is there anyone around this boat, like a captain?
No, completely empty, save for like crabs and stuff crawling around.
I'm going to look at Ironhammer and say, well, I don't know about you, but I do not want to take a boat back to the mainland. However, I know Stenwick had mentioned that there's a boat maker on the coast of the mainland that we can charter to be able to get to this other, what the fuck's this continent called? I always want to say Permadon.
That's what I know.
It's close.
Do you want to, like, I can turn into a bird and turn you into a bird, and we can fly back to the mainland, or I can just, like, I can't take us to that boat builder's place, though, because I don't know. Like, I haven't been there, so I can't transport us via trees there. So
Right.
do you just want to fly across the ocean?
We could do. I could also just make a boat. I could make it like a canoe, I think.
See, if we're going to go to an entirely different continent, I think we should get the biggest boat we can find.
You sure you don't want to paddle across an ocean?
No, I want a fucking big old pirate ship.
Okay. Yeah, let's just fly then.
Okay. So I'll cast Polymorph on Ironhammer and turn him into a peregrine falcon.
Hey.
And then I'm going to use Beast Shape and also turn into one. And we're going to fly across the ocean. How long would you say it would take to fly across this ocean? I didn't even think about that.
That's what I'm
Weeks.
checking right now.
No, because it only took like a day to
was
fucking
gonna say, it was
boat
an
across
overnight-
the ocean.
Yeah, it was an overnight trip, I think, for Stenwick to get across with Nelson.
You've got double the speed of a horse, so I'll say you can reach the dock by the time the other two get to the gates of New Haven. Felix and Ironhammer, you both transform into peregrine falcons and
Penguin?
peregrine and take
Penguin
off.
Falcon.
Or just penguins?
Traveling southwest, you can reach the dock in just, I'd say, a couple hours, not too long. Eventually reaching the dark wooded docks, you can see a single hut as well as two men working on the boats stationed nearby.
I'm going to, like, get Falcon Ironhammer's attention and kind of fly off. Is there any, like, wooded area around us?
Yes, besides the dock and the hut, everything else is wooded. If you'd like to just go 15 feet behind the hut.
Yeah,
You'd
that's
be
fine.
covered. Yep.
And then I'm going to turn back into Felix. Land, turn back into Felix, and then drop Ironhammer's polymorph.
As I'm flying.
No, like, I'm assuming that you followed me and landed.
You don't know what to assume.
Yeah.
You don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. What
I'm moving at 100 feet per second. You can't stop me. No, I'm with you.
You both can poof within the evergreen trees. The two dock workers knowing none the wiser.
I'll walk out and greet the dock workers. Hello, fair seafarers. I am in need of a boat, and I hear this is the place to fucking get one.
The larger man will drop his rags, and the smaller boy will drop his hand tools, and they'll both stand up. The man will turn around. Welcome, ahoy! How may we help you?
We're friends. I think we're friends of a mutual party here. Have you heard of a Stenwick Ironhammer? What is his last name? Fucking Ballsack?
Stenwick. Yeah, something like that.
Stenwick Ballsack of New Haven?
Nelson, do you know of a Stenwick ball smack? There was somebody with that name. Oh, Stenwick, yes. I helped him cross to the forest just a few weeks ago. How do you know him?
We're mutual friends. We adventured with him recently. We're actually the ones he came to meet on the island.
Oh, is he? Okay. How's everything? How's he doing? What can we do?
He's great. He's actually back in New Haven right now, or should be on his way. I just looked at my wrist. Like, obviously, I don't have a watch. I just...
So, where were you trying to head?
So, that's the thing. Do I have a copy of the map, or does Stenwick still have it?
Stenwick has it.
Okay. I'm gonna look at, obviously, the smarter of the two and say, so the plan is we want to explore a new world. So we need the biggest boat you can find, the biggest boat you can muster.
Now, I don't know about that. Are you two sea dogs man enough for it? This is from the big guy.
I would assume that we could, you could muster up a strapping crew.
Oh no, crew would be up to you. We could get you the ship, and I could probably send my boy Nelson with you.
You don't have any crewmates, like, in your employ?
Nope, just me and my little nephew Nelson.
Do you know of any places to recruit a crew from?
Well, there were just two guards from New Haven. You could always try that.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Yeah, that seems like not a good idea.
We do business with them, but we don't have any relation.
I could make a crew potentially with animate objects. We could have like a creepy scarecrow crew. We could be a ghost ship.
I mean, how hard is it to navigate your boat? Do you think your boy here's up to it?
Well, I guess I should ask. How do you steer a boat?
With the
Wheel.
yeah.
You can see him pull out a pen and feather pen and paper and write a wheel. Okay. Yeah, it sounds like
The wrong answer.
No, it sounds like you know what you're doing. How big we thinking?
Well,
At least 150 feet.
Well, oh, 150?
Yeah.
What's the biggest boat you got?
Well, we had one.
I'm not gonna be the captain of some little dinghy.
We had the one that Nelson brought back that your friend Stenwick used, but that one's only about 30, 40 feet.
Yeah, that should probably
All right, we
suffice.
can do that.
Yeah.
Up to you. If you have time to
we're-
wait, I can always make something bitchin'.
I mean, how
That
long?
is-
How long does it take for you to make something really bitchin'?
That is tempting.
When will you be back?
We don't have that much time.
I don't think we're gonna. That's the other issue.
We just never show up to New Haven because we're like waiting months for a boat.
We weren't gonna meet the boat here. We need to meet the boat over by. Have you heard of Illuminique?
Yeah, in passing, those guards mentioned it.
Well, where we want to go is closer to the shores of Illuminique. And we feel it would save us some time if we could meet our boat there. It would just be less time on the water for us, really.
Can you roll me a persuasion?
A 3.
Not sure about that one, boys. We may be swayed to meet you there, in addition to the boat fee.
How much money will it cost?
Well, I'd say the rental probably about $250, and
How much money will it cost just to buy the boat outright instead of renting?
in that case, $400, and then for us to meet you there, that'll be an additional $100.
Let's just buy it outright,
I mean, we
and
can.
then we have a boat forever.
True. Yeah, fuck it. We'll just buy this boat.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Do it. Can you at least make us a cool flag?
And a cool name.
You're not there, fucker.
I'm sorry.
Of course. Any ideas, or just a complete surprise?
We're kind of partial to this design, and I'm gonna get on the dirt, and I'm just gonna draw a giant cock.
Yeah, I'm sure I could do something with that.
Make fire shooting out of it,
And I'm gonna
and lightning in the background.
I'm gonna ask, do you have any paint laying around the
Yeah.
box here?
I mean, there's some in my hut. Not specifically for the boats, but you can use it.
So can I paint on the side of the boat?
Sure. Just don't read the label.
I'm gonna walk in the hut and immediately read the label of the paint.
You can see multiple
Don't read the label.
jars of different colors, and they all say body paint.
Oh, so it all washes off. It doesn't stay on.
Are you doing anything with the paints?
Yeah, I'm gonna paint on the side of the boat.
Just admiring it.
I'm gonna pick the brightest red that I can find.
Mm-hmm.
And on the side of the boat, in big red letters, I want to write Asperger.
That's a mighty fine ship name. How about you boys go join up with your group, and Nelson here will meet you near Illuminique when you're ready.
Okay. Do you have any maps in this place where we're at? So I can show you exactly where we need to be met?
Oh, yes, of course. He'll run inside the hut and grab just a hand-drawn, like the other maps, has pretty much everything, no perimeter whatsoever.
Okay. I'm going to circle where Denwick showed me,
Okay,
which is also where Andrew texted the message to the group.
we're looking at the intersection of the forest and the desert, pretty close to Illuminique. Got it. How long till you're ready?
How long do you think it'll take for you to reach that spot?
Give us about 2 days.
2 days?
We'll have the flag ready, and we'll meet you, and we'll be there.
Wait 1 full day. Leave tomorrow at this time. That should give us enough time. If we're not there, wait for us. There will be a bonus for every day that you have to wait.
Got it. And he'll extend his hand out.
I'm going to also extend my hand out. I'm going to spit in my palm and grab his hand.
He does the same thing when he sees you do it.
Oh, yeah. Shake hands, give him a sack of gold, and turn to Ironhammer. I said, all right, buddy, I guess we're on to the
Happens
next.
now. Wait, should we buy hats before we leave?
Oh, I think we can find hats in
Okay.
New Haven.
I feel like this is important.
Oh, we're gonna be the
we're
dwarf kings of the sea.
We're co-captains now,
Yeah,
and I will only be addressed as such.
as co-captain Ironhammer.
Yes.
Okay, and I am co-captain Felix. Make sure you let that fucktard Stenwick know, because he's not gonna call us that, but he better.
I won't respond to a single thing he says unless he prefaces it with Captain.
Oh, Captain, my captain.
Captain, my captain.
Okay, sounds like a plan. So, are you ready to go back to New Haven?
I guess I'm ready to lay the beat down on Fat Larry Bird.
Same. So, how far away, like walking wise, is New Haven? Because if I don't have to use the tree bamf, I'd rather save it.
I'm going to say you can make in just a couple hours.
Okay.
Gameplay.
I also, we never had a short rest between finding
The guards.
Peter
No.
Pertz and okay.
Nothing yet.
All right.
It's actually been a really long day. I think the last time we slept was near the Oasis. Was it? Oh no, the Cirrus. We slept in Cirrus.
Yeah, we slept in Cirrus.
Yep.
Because you were getting freaky. So I guess Ironhammer and Felix
Yeah.
will walk off into the sunset.
With our short, stumpy legs.
All right. In the meantime, Stenwick and Penelope, along with the guards and the horses.
We did want to backtrack just
Yeah.
for a second.
Yeah, before we leave, I want to go into Bromnus's hut for a second. Like, I was kind of thinking when Andrew was getting the horses around, when Stenwick was getting the horses around, go into Bromnus's and mix up a couple potions and just kind of prep some things in the syringes that I have. And the main thing that I want to do is the black metal boxes things. I want to, if I have enough time, prep the potion then to there to keep it cold.
Yes. Yeah, I'll allow that.
And after we get the horses set up and he's doing that inside, I want to walk over to the two guards. I guess it's important we address this. Our other two companions will not be joining us on this leg of the mission. As you can see, things were a little bit, well, let's just say we decided to part ways.
Fine with me. Less I have to deal with.
Fair enough. It probably is important we get back to New Haven quickly, though, because they made mention that they might be heading up to Primador, to another location where some of these astrals might still be. Their intentions, I don't know, but we should report this to Dupont as quickly as possible.
Mikkelsen will nod his head and look out the nearest window.
And then once Penelope's ready, we leave. Is Stenwick driving or is Penelope driving? Do you have a preference, Ty?
I don't have a preference. If you want to drive,
I drive for about half the way, and then I ask Penelope to take over, and then the rest of the trip I'm kind of just fumbling around on the inside of my shirt here, holding something that's something that I'm wearing around my neck, just kind of staring off into the middle of distance.
And during the trip, you can pass by the cliff once again.
While we in that portion, when I'm driving, so I want to try and keep away from the cliff.
Stenwick. If you look back, you can see Mikkelsen looking out towards the water.
What?
Isn't it kind of strange? We never knew about these beasts. He doesn't look at you at all. He's just looking at the water, and you can see his eye quickly dart over to the remains.
I guess we didn't know the extent or the origin of what they are, but I recognized this the first time I came out here. Aboleth, I believe it's called. I recall reading about it. Can't remember where, but maybe it was just a story. I don't know. There's a lot of this world that seems like it belongs in a fairy tale.
Fairy tale, yeah. Yeah. Just seems like a lot of this, just seems to happen out of moments of convenience.
In what way?
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
Sure, we've heard about the Aboleth or these other creatures, but I don't know. They always seem to come out when someone's trying to leave.
Leave New Haven.
That's when we've noticed the attacks. I don't know. I just seeing this place again just makes me think. Why now? I don't know.
I look out into the middle distance again. It makes me think too. Still clutching.
He'll go quiet again as you guys ride off from the cliff into the forest. After a few miles, to your left, you can see the entrance to the Tyrant's base. Straight ahead is the guard tower, and to your right are the gates to New Haven.
I lower my head as we pass the Tyrant base. Still just quiet.
Is it still? What time of day is it now at this point?
We are getting to middle of the afternoon.
As we approach, I want to hood down and just kind of start to undress a little bit because it's going to be getting warm. And I want to just keep everything really close to myself then. Getting closer.
The entrance gate will open up with a few of the guards manning the front, waving to you, Stenwick, when they see you enter. You can lead the horses to the front of the castle and park.
Stenwick is beginning to sweat profusely.
Parts will jump out. I'll go let them know we're here.
I want to hop off and just get the horses around, get them set up and comfortable.
Again, Mikkelsen keeps his head down, but we'll get out right after you, Penelope, and lay a hand on Stenwick's shoulder for a second, and then leave.
I make an insight check.
Sure.
Like what he's... Never mind. 7.
Feels like the grasp of an old friend.
All right, Stenwick.
What? Yeah. We should go. We should,
I agree. You ready?
Yeah. I'm already walking toward the castle. And I stop right in front of the doors and wait for everyone to come in. I just kind of come in behind them almost.
Entering through the double doors, you can see, once again, the 2 lines of guards stationed outside the perimeter with Mikkelsen and Parts at the very end of the lines. And at the end of the very long hall is Dupont sitting alone on his throne.
I can't do this.
Stenwick, Penelope. Great to see you both. Come on, come up here.
The back of Stenwick and kind of help just push him along a little bit. Get his feet moving.
I walk.
Must have been quite a battle. Not as light in your feet as you usually are.
I just kind of look over at Penelope, like just.
You can reach the end of the staircase. So, how's it going? Where's the rest of your group?
I want to just kind of look over my shoulders. There's 10 guards.
Yes. Yep. 10, including Mikkelsen and Parts.
Ironhammer and Felix they're on a little trip at the moment.
What a shame. I had the throne all set up too. And you can see a blanket. Thank you, Stenwick. Didn't think it was that funny, but anyway, the mission. How was everything?
Great. Couldn't ask for a better result.
Wonderful. I'm assuming it was a big one. How many?
You know, I didn't even bother counting.
I have their head, and I pull the head out of my bag and I just like throw it out in front of them. Yeah, that's the head of one.
Taking it out, you can go to place it, but the amount of moisture on your palms makes it slip as it lands on the ground in front of him with a splat.
My fault. I'm gonna walk over and pick it up and roll a bit toward him.
No, please, that's fine. This one's much smaller than the other two. Was there as much of a difficulty this time?
There was just a lot more of them. A lot.
Maybe 100. 50. At least 20 or so.
Do you guys want to roll deception? I'll give you advantage.
Disadvantage. Penelope, you can roll.
17.
What a wonderful job. I couldn't have asked for a better group. You know, boys, I wasn't too confident that you'd make it out without a scratch, especially this last one. Oh, I've heard nasty things about the Oasis, but I'm proud, and I would like to give you both your rewards. Of course, we can discuss that, but Stanwyck, you.
A little bit. Wanted to say.
Sorry, what was that?
There was some more things we wanted to tell you about some things that we learned on our trip. I didn't know if this is the proper place to do that, or if you wanted to go back to the meeting rooms where we met before. Some of it's top secret, important stuff.
Roll me a persuasion, please.
I roll with disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the heck of it. Okay, yeah. I just 12.
You can tell there's a lot that he wants to go over as well. How about whenever you're ready? If you have anything you need to do around town, just meet me upstairs. How's that sound, Captain? That is what you wanted, right? You finished your mission.
I wanted more than anything. We can meet now if it's not too much of a bother.
No, of course not. What could be a bother on a day like this?
After you, in that case, you guys.
He will lumber out of his chair, taking a deep breath as he gets on his feet, and will waddle up the stairs, leading you, Penelope, Mikkelsen, and Parts up to the war room.
I just look at Penelope, like try to share a glance with them for a moment on the way up.
I want to, while we're going up, I also want to hand Stenwick a syringe and say, if this goes south.
Do I stick myself?
Yes.
I didn't sound very confident.
I don't even know what that means.
I try to sneak it away, like in an article of clothing or in a pocket, without sticking myself in the process. I'm assuming it's a closed needle, like it's a covered needle. It's not just he's in. Here, put this here.
That's what I'm assuming.
Yes, Stenwick, you can sneak that into an inside coat pocket, as Clifford will lead the four of you into the bright red war room, and will take his place at the head of the oak table. So, where do we start? Drinks, anybody?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, let's have a few.
Great. Parts, you get nailed this time. No more grape juice. You deserve it.
You're a big boy now.
A servant will come in and disperse the ales and leave, closing the door behind her. It's unfortunate that the rest of your group cannot make it, but this Bosper, are you fucking with me? I haven't even given the toast yet. Are you okay now?
You keep going.
Great. As I was saying, I cannot thank you enough for what you have done. Bosper, you are one of the greatest that I have worked with, and it'll be a pleasure to work with you in the future. Penelope and the rest of your group, it's been a pleasure, and I wish you all the best. To the ass squad. And he'll lift his ale.
Oh, we're toasting asses?
I drink my...
King Dupont.
Go ahead.
The vacation that my companions are on, it's at this really unique place. I don't know if you've ever heard of it before. Called Primador.
His face drops.
Have you ever heard of that before?
No, I haven't, Penelope. Why do you ask?
Well, we've heard, it's a really great place over there. It's filled with all these creatures that you don't normally see around here until recently. But I wasn't sure if you've ever heard of anything or...
His fingers start heavily tapping against the table.
I was gonna say, can I do an insight check?
Yeah, go ahead.
14.
Yeah, you can tell he's immediately irritated at hearing Primador. What creatures might that be?
Well, they seem to be a creature that you're pretty familiar with. Or should I say your family's fairly familiar with. Through one of them on your floor back there, they're astrals.
And may I ask, why would they be going there?
Well, be going to talk to the astrals that are there, and pretty much tell them how big of a dick you are.
With them, after we met up with Mikkelsen and Jesus, they
I forgot I wasn't muted anymore. I'm sorry, guys.
believed that what you were doing wasn't in the best interests of this land and its people. We thought that was ridiculous, and that's why we came here. We wanted to warn you of this, but we wanted to know first what you knew of this place, Primador, that they want to go to.
Sure, yeah. Well, first, let me ask. I can tell what side he's on. What do you believe, Stenwick?
We're both here because we're in agreement with one another. And that's why they're not here. Pardon my friend, but he is not trained in etiquette in the way that some others are. He doesn't tiptoe around the truth. He doesn't speak in half-truths. He is bold. Don't fault him for that. But
when you've lived as long as I have, you've kind of figured out that you need to just direct.
And again, my hand's traveling up to whatever I have around my neck. We want to know why you haven't been truthful with us. We're still here. We want to hear your side of things, but I feel like we've been working in the dark, your men as well, and the only way we can be effective is if you're truthful with us.
Yeah, I should have expected you to hear or see about Primador being in that damn desert.
I pull out the map that my dad made. Turns out I'm pointing at the handprint. I've actually seen this a long time ago. I've known about this in some way for a long time. I don't know.
Well, I'm glad you're able to find something of your father's. He would also be very proud of you. Boys, let me explain. Primador it's the Astral's homeland. They had been traveling here to Muldoon for as long as I and my previous line can remember, trying to take our lands, take our continent. They were able to get the majority of the outskirts after generations of war. But we keep pushing back. And your group's just the start of the takeover.
When we spoke to these two, I'm gesturing to Parts and Mikkelsen, in Hanami, they mentioned that they were going to the outposts and reclaiming them for New Haven.
Indeed. I never brought that up. It wasn't anything you needed to concern yourself about. In my eyes, you had done everything necessary.
What's the goal here? Where does this end? If your plans work out, what happens? I apologize for my short-sightedness. I don't have your strategic mind.
Please, Stenwick, do not belittle yourself. I'm sure you and the rest of the citizens will see what will be once New Haven has expanded, has brought its humanity to these lands.
And what if the people there don't want that? People in these outposts in Cirrus.
Well, be just as bad as the Astrals, won't they? In my eyes, they're agreeing with those beasts.
Agreeing by not being involved.
Not being involved is still a choice. And I have made my decision.
So your decision is to take everything for yourself or New Haven.
No, not myself at all. For the people. For the name of Dupont. For the kingdom of Davenport. I'm sorry, I let that slip.
Does that mean anything to either of us?
You've never heard that before.
Neither of us have.
And as he says that and bangs on the table, you can see his face getting a little red. I'm sorry, if I could excuse myself for a moment.
I look over at Penelope.
Where do you think you're going?
I just need to calm down for a second.
What do the other guards in the room look like? Like, how are they reacting to this?
Parts is visibly terrified. Mikkelsen has his head down, his brow is furrowed. He's sweating.
I look over at them. They're the only other two guards in the room?
Yep.
Lock the doors. No one leaves this room until we all have the answers we're looking for. Mikkelsen. Parts. Don't be pieces in this system anymore. Not until you know why. Please.
After a few beats, Mikkelsen will stay sitting there, shaking in his chair. Peter will go to get up. And as he stands, Clifford slams the table again. Sit down. I'll do it. And without walking to the doors, you hear the locks latch. Back to Ironhammer and Felix. After a few miles, heading back down south, you guys can reach familiar territory of Bromness's hut. Yet again.
Hey.
Looking around, can I tell that if anything, like, you know, my compatriots have been through here and how long it's been since they left?
Yes, if you could roll me a survival as well as a perception.
You want both of those things?
Yep, or if Ironhammer wants to do one of them, doesn't matter.
I'll take the investigation. Leave the survival to the druid. 16 for perception.
23 for survival.
Felix, looking around, you can see the horse tracks, pretty fresh. You'd imagine it's only been a couple hours. They have probably made it to their destination at this point. Ironhammer, what you notice isn't visual. It's auditory. As you can hear the twangs of strings in the woods just behind Bromness's hut.
Like bowstrings almost. Or like someone's out there playing guitar.
It's not musical.
Didn't think of that one.
Yeah, I thought it might be, something nice for us.
Maybe we'd get something
Just a troupe of roaming musicians.
We could kill Felix off and I could become a bard.
So, yeah. So, like bowstrings.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Felix, did you hear that?
Do I hear that?
That bowstrings.
After Ironhammer points it out, besides the whistling winds,
Sweet twang of the banjo.
you can also hear the sweet twang of your death.
Well, Here, can I roll to see if I can tell? Are they shooting towards us?
Are there arrows flying through the air?
Yeah.
If you would both like to roll acrobatics.
Initiative.
Oh.
Oh, fucking Christ.
Initiative would be fun. I want to see what an Ironhammer Felix battle is. It's basically going to just be a fucking massacre because we're the two tanks of our team.
15.
You both can duck and roll out of the way as 2 arrows come soaring at you, soaring above your heads and landing in the stream behind you.
Okay, so they don't land anywhere near us?
Mm-mm.
Fuck. I want
These
to
guys,
investigate them.
Oh, wait, they're not even aiming at us.
They were.
Oh,
So-
they're just that bad?
Yeah, you just ducked out of the way.
Quick question
Okay.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Are we considering walking there a short rest?
I would say probably rules as written would be no.
Probably
Ooh,
not.
fuck.
It's not really a rest. No.
Fuck.
Are you out of wild shades?
Yep. Well, I guess we're fighting this with magic, boys.
That's fine. It's not like you don't have any spells.
But that is the most useful thing I have. Okay, fuck it. Let's rock and roll. How concerned are you about this Ironhammer? I'm going to ask in character.
Not at all.
Not at all? Okay.
Can we just like one shot these guys?
Well, it depends on what we're dealing with. Because I could anti-life shell us right now, and we'd be like pretty fucking safe.
I don't know if we need to do that.
Right.
Thing is, I want to try and get out of this with like as many, because if we're going, we don't know what kind of shit's about to go down.
Right.
So it's maybe better to try and conserve our spells.
I'm useless without magic and wild shape. Like, I'm gonna have to use spells to fight.
You can whack them with your stick.
I can, and I have cantrips.
Yeah, and cantrips. I mean, I could try and just like.
and produce flames. So
The thing is, I could burn one big spell slot, which would leave me with one left. If we want to try and get this over with as quick as possible,
I mean,
or we could try and slog it out.
let's see what we're dealing with. Who knows? Maybe they were just hunting and overshot their quarry.
That's true. Maybe they might still be musicians.
It was two. You said it was just 2 arrows.
Yep, 2 arrows.
Okay, so it's just 2. We can fucking take them. Can we see
Walk
like
into the
where
thing and there's 50 people.
where the arrows came from?
I'll say you both could spot the bows pulling back.
Just the bows.
You could see the bows pulling back from behind the tree after you had duck and rolled.
Okay.
So you can see the exact spot that they're located currently.
Fuck it. Let's try some diplomatic shit. I'm gonna call
Yeah.
out. Hello.
For the first time ever.
Yeah.
Let's say you've been so horny for combat.
I know, and especially like right now, we haven't had a fucking battle in so long. I am itching.
I was gonna say that's why
They
that's
also
why I put
just
this
shot
in.
at us. We're here to fuck with all your plans, Derek.
So you're shouting out hello?
Yeah, I'm just hello. Who do I have the pleasure of getting shot at by today?
Yeah. Can you cut that out?
So is that your entire turn? Are you in the initiative order?
No, we haven't rolled initiative yet.
Oh.
If anything, this would be like my surprise round. If we're gonna roll initiative, but
Didn't they just shoot at you? Is it really a surprise?
It's a surprise to them because they weren't expecting it.
because I didn't light their ass on fire.
You can shout out hello, and what you hear back is meat. And
I don't think
then
they're interested in talking.
you hear a
hear that.
dull thud. And then nothing after
Okay.
that.
Did the dull thud sound like someone whacking something, shutting a door, or like
Whacking something.
whacking something? I'd really rather communicate with you than,
From you.
have to kill you. Why don't you come out and let us work this out like adults?
You can hear slightly heavy breathing as you stare at the large tree that they had shot from behind. After a moment, you can see a single slim green leg step out from behind as it is yanked right back.
Like the flesh was green, or was it clad in green clothing?
Flesh, green skin.
Yuck.
You guys are gross.
I guess I'm going to have to kill you now. I'm going to turn to Ironhammer and say, buddy, it doesn't look like we're going to get out of this by talking. Do you want
Yeah,
to just,
I think it's enough looking. So we can only see green legs.
Yep. You've seen green legs, a nasty voice, and bows.
All right, I'm gonna cast light around where these things are. Where I saw the legs, just like light up the area to see if we can get a good look at them. And this time, I want the light to be light blue.
Tossing out this light blue orb directly above Bromnus' hut, settling right below the mess of leaves next to this giant tree. At first, you see 3 different shadows. 2 slim and 1 medium-sized build, all fairly short. 2 of the bodies holding bows. I'll say from this angle, even though it's light, you don't notice. You can't see them, but you can see their shadows. Unless you were to run around, pick a different angle.
Do I notice that there's any trees of the same kind that they're hiding behind near me?
Yep, they're all pretty much the same.
Okay, they're all pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm.
They're fucker. I'm going to cast Tree Stride. So basically, I'm going to go into the closest tree that's of the same type near me, and I want to come out behind them.
I'll allow that. It's densely packed. Now, do you have to come out immediately, or are you trying to get a sight on them first before coming out?
I would like to do it stealthily, but I imagine I have to come out immediately.
If you could roll me a stealth.
Natural 20.
All right. Disappearing behind or into a tree directly behind you. You can walk in backwards and come out face first, directly behind 3 goblins. 2 malnourished and 1 a little stronger looking with a crown on its head. Looks like to be made of black metal.
The Goblin King.
A crown made of black metal. Does this black metal look real familiar?
It does look very familiar.
Crown of dicks.
Oh, fuck. Well,
And,
I guess...
they have not noticed you, so I'll give you a free move.
fuck. All right. Fuck it. I'm going to cast Ice Knife at 4th level
Whoa.
and fling it at the goblin with the crown on. You create a shard of ice and fling it at one creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against that target. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 piercing damage. Hit or miss, the shard then explodes, and the target and each creature within 5 feet of the point where the ice exploded must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage. And then by me using it at 4th level, that makes it 5d6 cold damage.
Jesus. All right, give me that hit.
17 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. So, the Goblin King takes... Alright, so 5 points of piercing damage. And then everybody takes 17 points of cold damage.
Holy crap.
Yeah, these guys are weenies.
That's what I'm worried. I just overcasted this fucking attack. I just one-shotted Derek's entire battle.
Felix, you cast Ice Knife, shooting it directly into this goblin boss's back, piercing directly into its spine, entering into his abdomen, forming crystals, and then shooting out both of its sides as the splinters enter into the goblins next to him. The two goblins are obliterated immediately. They slump down, red blood pooling at the ground. The goblin boss drops to his knees as the black metal crown falls into a pool of his own yellow blood.
Oh, no, fuck that. I'm going to run and grab the crown.
Yeah, we are now the Goblin King.
I don't want the crown to dissolve in the blood.
If you could roll me just a quick dex.
Wait, the goblins can be the crew or the boat.
12 for dexterity.
Might be a little late for that.
No, shut up.
However, we did just find out that the Goblin King is an astral because his blood is yellow.
Or in some way related to them.
Right.
You can dash over to the disposed bodies and grab the crown out of the pool of yellow blood before it has begun to sizzle.
I'm going to wipe it off on the grass and place the crown upon my head.
Placing the crown upon your head,
You start to turn into a goblin.
immediately turn into a goblin, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
No, it feels nice. Does it fit?
Does it?
I mean, I was
Top-notch hat.
I would say, yeah, you've already got top knots, so it's probably a little tight.
Yeah, it's going over top, so Top Knot's hat's like a bowler, right? It's going to just fit over top the bowler part.
I thought it's like an aviator hat with a little propeller on it.
Well, I always thought of it as like a bowler hat with a propeller on the top.
I always pictured that too.
Yeah, no, it's like you guys have seen the picture.
Oh, it's like one of those leather
Yeah.
caps.
Oh,
Then it'll fit even better.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like throwing a Burger King crown on top.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, exactly.
I
like
have
that.
all the hats.
Felix placing the crown on top of your head, you can turn and begin to walk back to Ironhammer until you notice a sound.
Oh, it's 100 more goblins.
It sounds kind of like a sizzling as you can turn around and see the goblin boss is smoking and shrinking out of his clothes before being replaced
Mecha Goblin Boss.
with a giant gray creature covered in spikes.
Is it dead?
It's alive as it gets onto its knees, stands
I
up.
think that's going to happen to you when you take the crown off, Felix.
I don't know.
It looks up and roars into the sky. It's still a little bloody, but it is staring at both of you. If you could roll initiatives.
Oh, my fuck. What did we just do?
What did we do?
What did I just do?
Initiative would be a 17.
Mine is an 18.
It is a 19.
Damn.
Fuck that thing.
I thought I rolled pretty good, and I'm still going last.
I also thought I rolled pretty good.
Felix, it is going to roll a 27 to hit.
Fuck, I think it might just hit.
Damn, that's gonna hit me too.
Oh no! Oh no!
All right.
Felix, you will take 10 slashing damage as well as 7 necrotic.
Holy
that's impressive.
fuck.
17
Yeah.
total.
Yeah, considering I'm in the triple digits now, bitch.
It jumps at you from behind the tree and just claws at you. It'll be standing right behind you. It'll be your turn then.
All right, I'm mathing real
Should
quick.
we fight this thing, or should we bounce the fuck out of here? I guess is the question.
I mean, it depends. Do you think we can kill it?
Do you
I think we
can.
could. I think we could eventually kill it.
I think
I don't
we
know
can
if
kill
we
it.
want to burn all our spell slots to kill it, though, and then have to go potentially fight in New Haven.
But do you really? I mean, Stanwick and
I mean,
We-
I think Penelope is competent.
I think they can handle it without us.
I just remember the one time we fought the Astrals, and it took Penelope and all the guards, or not, sorry, it took Stenwick and all the guards like 20 minutes to kill one Astral, while I killed 6.
Right, and then I killed the big one by myself.
Yeah. I don't know.
This entire time, this monster is just looking between the two of you like,
Fuck it.
You can just go away.
okay, got it. My mistake. Have a very nice day.
I'm gonna cast Call Lightning and shoot him with lightning. And fuck it, I'm gonna cast it at also a 4th level. A bolt of lightning flashes down from the cloud to the point. Each creature within a 5 feet point must make a dexterity saving throw. Creature takes 3d10 lightning on a failed save or half as much. And because I cast it at 4th, it's 4d10. And that's against my spell save, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I only got a 7.
That is a fail. So that is 4d10. Not as good as it could have been. 18 points of lightning damage.
The clouds open up and strike this thing dead square in the head. It will rumble a bit as it gets shocked and brush it right off.
Oh, fuck.
It's still looking pretty injured, though.
Oh,
Ironhammer
Okay.
is up to you.
what a loser.
Well, can I use my movement?
Yeah.
I want to move back towards Ironhammer more. I just want to back away from it.
All right. And then it'll be up to Ironhammer then.
I'll just run up and smack it. Nog. And I will also use my Mind Strike on it, which gives me extra fire damage. That is a 16.
Yep.
As Ironhammer's attacking, can I yell out, make sure you attack and get out of its range?
So that's going to be 13 points of bludgeoning damage, plus 3 points of acid damage, and then plus my Divine Strike. It's going to be another 6 points. So 22 total.
Yes, he is looking very injured at this point.
Oh, and yeah, I'll back if I have any movement in my way.
As a last-ditch effort, realizing it can't overpower the both of you, it will make 2 more attacks with a 23 and a 24. It's going to attack both of you.
Yeah, either of those hit me.
Same thing again. You will both take 17 total damage
17.
as it scratches at both of you, your fronts. And it'll be up to you, Felix.
Fucking another bolt of lightning hits him.
That is a 15.
Fails.
Damn.
18 points of lightning damage again.
This thing has taken so much shock that it will drop down to 1 knee. Ironhammer, your turn.
Fuck, can we remember any of the phrases that... Oh, what's her nuts? I'm not even going to think about it. I know one phrase. I'm going to yell out Praetor Infinitus.
Do we not want to not kill it?
I don't know. I want to see how it reacts.
It doesn't.
Okay, fuck it. Kill it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll be a little flashy. And by a little flashy, I mean I'm going to cast a cantrip at it. Yeah, I'll do Toll of the Dead. Let me look up the damage for that real quick. He is going to take 8 damage from Toll of the Dead.
Would you like to explain it?
That's pretty pathetic damage, actually.
I'll give it to
I
you.
guess it's enough. Toll of the Dead. I'm just gonna I'm gonna smack my shield with the groundhog to make like a bell-like sound. Oh wait, you have to make a wisdom saving throw. Just kidding. Oh wait, the damage increases because I'm anyway. Make a wisdom saving throw.
1. How about that?
You fail. I actually get 2d12. Thank you very much. Since I'm past 11th level.
That makes it a little more flashy, at least.
So what did I say? What was the first roll? 7 or 8? Sorry, 8 plus 6, 14 damage.
Ooh, wonderful.
Now
Nice.
it's a little bit more dead.
Now it's slightly more dead. Yeah.
Slamming your hammer against the shield, it completely incapacitates this creature as it slumps over to the ground with its hands trying to cover its ears until it finally passes as thick yellow blood spurts out onto the ground as it drowns in its own pool. What the two of you notice as it falls face first is a single fist-sized gem, blue in color, glowing, embedded on the back of its head, that subsides and turns colorless as it finally passes.
I'd like to retrieve the gem.
Yeah, give me a look at that. I'll identify it.
Avoiding the puddle of acid blood, you can reach for the gem and pull it out. But as you collect it in your grasp, it dissipates, turning into dust.
You can gather the dust up. That'd be special dust.
If you'd like to.
Yeah, I gather the dust up. Does it feel magical?
No, actually.
Oh. I'll keep it for now.
And with that, the two of you can make your final departure to New Haven.
Making our way downtown, walking fast.
And we are back to the war room.
Good, because I gotta poop.
Same as I.
The two doors, the only entrances to the room, have been latched shut as Clifford has slammed on the table without actually physically touching the doors.
That's a nifty trick. A button or something you press down there?
Yeah, we could say that.
You're lying. I thought the intent of this conversation was to be honest.
Wait, sorry, can I retcon that? Now that I saw Andrew's message, can I retcon that and be sending to tell Stenwick that we're on our way from Domnus's hut?
You got more words.
Signed, Captain Ironhammer
Captain Ironhammer.
and Goblin King Felix.
Yes. Stenwick, you can feel a tingling sensation in your head. Even though it's very tense in this room right now, you can hear Captain Ironhammer's message to you.
I'm going to also say out loud, well, things are getting a little intense in here. I think it's best if we get...
Do you say it while counting in the air, too?
The point of all this.
The point is, This land is for our taking. I don't know what else I need to explain.
Pardon me. Magic is not allowed in this city. I understand you're the leader, you're the king. Why ban everyone from doing something that you do?
How can I put this delicately? One, they abandoned us. And two, that wasn't me.
What wasn't you? If I may, for a long time now, the group that you sent out to hunt down these astrals has been questioning your intentions. And even now, I have a hard time coming to grips that they're anything other than good. I'm sure if you just explain what's happening here, they'll understand. We can have them back on our side. We can try to have Sirius on our side if we just explain ourselves.
It'd make it a whole lot easier, wouldn't it? If we'd all just be a little honest.
Yes.
How about you tell me what happened in the Oasis? What did you see? What, if anything, did you fight?
You've seen what we fought. We laid it on the ground at your feet.
I'll ask you one more time. What did you do?
I will ask you one time. I'm going to stand at the table. What aren't you telling us?
Obviously, we're getting nowhere. Irene, Stenwick, could you roll me a wisdom?
Shit. Oh, shit. A 10?
No, very wise.
Irene is his wife.
You haven't heard that name in years. With a flicker of blue electricity, Stenwick, what you see that you've only seen in depictions is Irene, or at least the face of Irene, in a blue Technicolor-like face.
Oh, fuck.
Stenwick, I know you didn't complete your mission. Why do you continue to lie?
You took one of us, didn't you? Someone you initially sent out to do this job for you. The little one.
I took nothing.
Is he here?
Guess it depends. Where do we stand?
You see, the group I was with, though on the fence about whether or not to trust you, were pushed over that fence when they gained insight, some information potentially that you were housing their friend here. I told them it probably wasn't the case, that you could be trusted, that you were wise, that you cared about your people. Throw festivals. But you don't really care about the people of this town or of any town, do you? Not really. Not the people, the individuals, it's just a name.
I'd watch your tongue if I were you. I stand here in the name of New Haven. For the people. By the people. For the name of Dupont.
And the other name that you accidentally spoke earlier.
And what of Davenport?
Can I cast
Shit, Stenwick is casted.
Whoa. Hunter's mark.
Can I sense divine sense? Detection of good and evil. I can sense anything affected by the hollow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend, undead within 60 feet of us. Can I sense what Irene is or where she is?
I'll say she's throwing off a very strong undead vibe.
What is she just saying?
Who is she? She's not the woman that I've heard of growing up.
This is Irene, my late wife. She was killed in an astral invasion. The same one that took my pride and joy. And why it is my mission to complete this expansion.
Your pride and joy.
Yes, Stenwick. My balls.
That's what he actually says.
Those damn beasts. They took my balls. Irene and I, we only had Addison. There is no male heir, so I must do everything within my power. And Irene here, she's been wonderful. She was able to transfer her soul and now helps me in her time.
So she could do something like transfer her soul. You couldn't do like any healing magic to bring your balls back.
Not these special balls. Nothing
It's
can
all been
replace them.
avoided.
Plus, I'm adverse to that magic stuff.
How did she transfer her soul then?
She was one of our original sorcerers.
Irene, are you here? Can you hear us speak?
Yes.
Are you more open to conversation than your husband? Willing to let us in on what you're not telling us that I know still exists? I know there's something that is still being hidden.
Depends on how much, what you need to know.
So once these areas are cleared, you just move in, you just take over them. That was the plan?
Yes, in short.
And those who resist you along the way, I imagine, wind up like Bugsy and the rest of them in what's left of the tyrant's base.
That's how they choose the way to go.
So that's the option: is join you or die. Am I gathering this correctly?
Yeah, you're a pretty smart one there, Vosper.
Looking at the other guards, how are they reacting to this?
Basically the same. Scared shitless, but even more scared to speak up.
I look at Penelope for a moment. Look back. I came in here very much hoping for a different outcome. But in the back of my mind, there was always the potential for a fallback plan. Still standing. I am here to ask you to abdicate your throne and be done with this. The people outside of this place will not accept you as their leader, and it's not right. I had faith in you, and my father had faith in you, and all of the pawns who sacrificed themselves for you and your family believed in something greater, and it breaks my heart to see that you are nothing more than a bully. Same kind of bully we encountered at the Oasis trying to run the place. So this is your chance.
What a shame.
Now I cast Turn Undead. For sure. It's a wisdom saving throw DC of 14.
7.
She runs. I guess as faster as far as she can get within 1 minute.
Well, when you cast that, I want to get up and take out one of my syringes and actually go to try to stab Clifford.
Without any control, Irene, still upright, vertical, will just begin to glide forward, straight into the wall, and phases through it, catching Clifford off guard. Penelope, if you could roll me a sneak attack.
1.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Did you say 1?
21.
Oh, 21. Okay.
Oh, I thought you said 1.
I heard
That is super sneaky.
Just kidding. It is very sneaky.
Clifford shouts out, Irene, as you hop over the table and stab him in the neck. I guess if you want to explain what it does, I have no clue what this is.
Just the explodey one.
I have many. This one in particular. Before I stab him, I just want to massage his shoulders a little bit and say, I picked up this trick in the Oasis. You have an hour to make a decision. If not, well, I have a choice then. It's like you said, win or die.
How long is Irene flying for?
Minute.
It's a minute long. As soon as he injects him and I see what he's doing, I remember the needle that Penelope gave me, so I pull it out and stick myself with it, and then turn to the 2 guards.
They both look mouths agape. What is going on? Stenwick?
We have the chance to better this place, to do something good for the people here. But we need your help, and the other guards' help, and anyone who's willing to join us.
If you could roll me a persuasion.
What does the potion do? Well, you don't have to tell me now. Will it affect this dice rolling anyway?
Well, let me just say this. After you inject yourself, you notice 2 beads flying around you. Small.
Bees?
Beads.
2 beats. Okay, so I'm slightly distracted, but I'm still really into it. Because that's all that... I am terrified. I'm gonna fucking explode. All right.
Yo, why would you willingly ever just inject yourself with anything?
Because he told me. Persuasion, I rolled a 17 plus 2.
Parts will immediately nod to you. Mikkelsen will continue sitting there. What do I need to do?
Find any other guards that feel the same way that you do. They're the ones that you talk to first. Beyond that, go out, spread the word, let people know what's going on. We're going to stay here in this room. Gather as many people as you can, and we're going to take the castle.
Okay. All right.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're doing the right thing. I promise. The people will get a say from today on, and it starts now.
Okay. Parts will rush over to one of the doors and kick it down.
Whoa. He just got into it really quickly.
You're not thinking this one through too much. Whatever happens to me, she's still out there. She's gone for a minute. Good luck.
And when she comes back, you're going to tell her to stand down.
Captain did sound good on you. Your father would have agreed.
I pull out the name tag that Penelope had given me. You know, I've been trying to live up to his expectations of me for as long as I can remember. And I throw the name tag over to Dupont, and I take the necklace around my neck and break it away, and it's a ring on the other end. And I think the moment that I realized I didn't have to live up to his expectations is the moment that I deserved this, and I throw the ring on.
Ironhammer and Felix, you both cross the bridge above the stream, continue along the path to the southeast, circling the cliff with the jagged rocks beneath, as well as the forest, until you come back upon the gates to New Haven, which are already opened. Everything's pretty normal outside, bustling. It's only about 3 p.m. or so. Until you look up and you see a blue phasing figure flying straight out of the castle, about 2 stories up, as it spots the both of you. As you stop dead in your tracks, it doesn't say anything, but instead gestures to her left side, as what appears is a glitchy transmission, and what you can see is Topknot, battered and bruised, sitting alone in his dimly lit room. It's not tangible. You know you can't touch him, but you know that what you're seeing is real. As the floor drops beneath him, and he begins plummeting, continuously, never ending.